Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelique. I am so excited about today's tutorial. This is the first time I'm doing a tutorial with the PR package that I got from ABH, except for the tutorial that I did during the unboxing. But I got to dip into the Subculture and the Prism palettes today, and the look speaks for itself. Also, I want to run something by you guys. I've never given like my followers a name, and my friend Deanna gave me the most cool name, I think. Since my name is Angelique, so we could call you guys my little jellies. What do you guys think about that? Sound off in the comments below and let me know if you like it. And also, if you do, please go give Deanna a follow on Instagram because she did come up with the idea. So I would just like to put a little disclaimer at the bottom. Name inspo Deanna Maria. Alright, I know I have a tendency to talk a lot in my intros, so I'm gonna try not to do that, and we're just gonna jump right into it. Okay, you guys, so as you can see, I already have my base on and primed my eyelids, and then I also did my brows, and I did those off camera because I'm working to make a new brow tutorial, and I want to use as few products as possible because in my last tutorial I kind of used a lot. So I think I have it down to like 2 to 3 products, so be looking for that brow tutorial soon. The first palette I'm going to jump into is the Subculture, and I'm going to grab this shade called Axis. I'm going to take that on an M456 Morphe brush. It's just a small blending brush, and I'm going to focus that in the crease, and then I'll go back and blend it up a little bit. The trick with this palette is to make sure that you use packing motions as opposed to a lot of like swiping motions when you're laying this product down. And so I just packed all of the shadow on, and as you can see, there is like no fallout whatsoever. There's like the tiniest bit right there, which I just picked up on my brush because it was such a small amount, but that is how good this palette is. And so then I'm just going to take a Morphe M506 and I'm going to start blending that out. I like to use very small circular motions, and I'm going to blend it upwards some. Next, I'm going to dip into the Prism palette, and I'm going to grab this shade called Sphere. I'm taking that on a Morphe M431 brush, and I'm just packing it on to the edge of the last shade that we used, Axis, and then I will start blending that up as well. I'm going to go back in with just a little bit of that Axis shade to deepen that back up. So next I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. So now that the crease is cut, I'm going to go back in with that shade Axis, and I'm going to start placing that right next to my lash line, and I'm going to work it like halfway up. I'm going to work it in the same kind of half moon shape that we have going on right now. And then I'm just very gently going to blend that up a little bit, just so it's a little bit softer. And then I'm going to dip back into that sphere shade from the Prism palette, and I'm going to do the same thing as we did on the top. I'm going to pack that over the edge of that and then blend it up to where we cut the crease. Okay, so I've pulled the tape off and I've primed under my eyes, so I'm going to dip back into the palettes. I'm going to go back into that Axis shade, and I'm going to pick that up on an Anastasia A1, which is a flat definer brush. I'm going to place that right up against my lash line, and then I'll go back and blend it out. And then I'm going to go back in with the shade Sphere from the Prism palette to blend that out. I'm going to go in with a nude eye pencil, and this is the Maybelline Lasting Drama, and it's in the shade Soft Nude. I'm going to put that on my waterline, and then I'm going to go over top of it with that Sphere shade. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with lashes, and I'm using Lilly Lashes by Amy like always. And look what I'm going to use, my little ABH mirror. So excited. I'm going to dip back into the Prism palette, and I'm going to grab this shade called Lucid. I'm going to use that for my brow bone. And then I'm also going to pop some into the inner corner. For bronzer, I'm going to go into this ABH Rosewood. This is a little bit warm for me and maybe a little bit dark. I don't mind that for a tutorial because when I take pictures, I feel like I get washed out some, so this will help bring some color back to me. But if I was going out, I think I would use something a little bit lighter because this is pretty dark for me, but it blends so nice and it just kind of like warms me up a lot. For blush, I'm going to go into Pool Party, and I'm going to kind of just mix around in these. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Crush. So now for highlighters, I'm going to go in with these two Anastasia Beverly Hills blues highlighters. I'm going to mix them. This is Snowflake and this is So Hollywood. And so as you can see, Snowflake is white and So Hollywood is bronze. And I'm going to mix these two together. So how I like to do it is I like to just take my brush and dab that in. And then I'm going to dab it into this one too. And then I'm going to take some Fix Plus on that. I'm going to wait just a few seconds to kind of let it dry down a little bit. Now, you all know that I like for my highlighter to communicate with God, so it's very blinding. It's very beautiful. Look at this. I'm going to set my face with some Morphe setting spray. I do not have the dewy set yet, but I'm going to get that, so I just wanted to explain why I'm using the Morphe setting spray, which I do love. It is one of my favorites. Okay, you guys, that concludes my tutorial on this look using the Subculture and the Prism palettes. I love them and I can't wait to create more looks with them. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please subscribe and I will see you in my next one.